I'm gonna get you ghosties. Oh god! That was nearly a disaster. Swifty Inky. Oh my god. I'm trapped. I'm trapped in here. Hi, this is LadylexUK and this is Made in Dreams. In this series I get to play homages, parodies, clones, reimaginings of things from popular culture. And in this episode I'm going to be looking at Pac-Man, the classic arcade game from 1980. So it's actually celebrating its 40th year this year. So, Pac-Man. There are also the sequels to Pac-Man. So there's Ms. Pac-Man and also Pac-Man World, which came along in 1999. And Dreamers have done all sorts of things with Pac-Man. So let's have a look and see what we've got. Before we go into the games, let's have a look at some of the character models that you can get in the Dreamverse. These are based on Pac-Man World, I believe. This is by R. Ishmael. There's various variations of this character available. I like this one because of the sounds. Listen. Really cute. So, if you want to make your own Pac-Man game, here is a Pac-Man. There's also a Ms. Pac-Man if you're interested in a little bit of lipstick and a bow. Watched a documentary on Netflix recently about Pac-Man, which was quite interesting. I didn't realise, but Ms. Pac-Man was actually a group of modders made it and managed to make a deal with the makers of Pac-Man to actually release it as a proper official game, which is quite extraordinary. I wouldn't attempt to do that these days. You mod somebody's game, you might get lucky, but generally you get copyright striked and cease and desist orders. But hey, this is the Miss Pac-Man from the box. So the arcade machine itself had some artwork on it, and this is what she looked like. Very long legs and lashes and high heel shoes. There she is. She didn't look like that in the game. She looked like Pac-Man, but with a bow. But if you want to make a game with Ms. Pac-Man in her glorious arcade box form, here she is. She's very cute. We'll get into the weirdy-verse in a bit, but now let's go and have a look and see the games. And the most popular Pac-Man game on Dreams is Pac-Man 1980 by Monocled Robot. It's VR compatible, so if you fancy playing Pac-Man in VR, here we go. Here is an option. And he said he made this to help learn Dreams logic. So let's have a look at the date on it. Yep, this was launched in November 2019, so this is very early creation in Dreams. In fact, that's beta, and then he did some release fixes during early access, and then recently he's made it VR compatible. So let's have a play. Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and Clyde. There we are. I don't wonder why they gave him other names, Shadow, Speedy, Bashful, and Pokey, when everybody knows them as Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and Clyde. But there we are. Right, I presume I press the X button. I don't think pressing the start button would be a good idea at this point. There we are. And we have all the suitable noises. My father, we had an Atari. He would spend absolutely days and days on this. He'd come home from work. He'd put it on. We'd have our evening meal. He'd put it back on, and he'd play it into the night. I don't know when he slept. Come on, I want to get that. Oh. I'm gonna get you ghosties. They're moving much faster than I remember when they're in the Atari. Because that doesn't really give you an option to get them at all. They're moving far too fast. Oh, I got one. Got two. Haha. I remember used to hanging around the power pills to try and... Now that's interesting. That shouldn't have killed me. Oh, gold, come on, up. There we go. Hee 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 hee. Munchy, munchy, munch. Munchy, munch. Oh, no. Game over. It's been a long time since I played it, like I say. Well, it's been 40 years. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's pretend that I didn't say that. Right, okay. God. Next game then, there's another Pac-Man version here. This is made by LK Labsbury and Ren 2003. We made Pac-Man. We really hope you will enjoy it. The map was created by LK Labsbury. The AI for the ghost was custom made by Ren. We have feedback or found a bug. Please feel free to let us know. So let's just rewind that. What's interesting about this one is you get this little cutscene at the beginning. Which is sort of leading to believe that something sinister is going to happen, but then it's just a Pac-Man game. You just feel like, some sort of Tron thing is going to happen. He's going to be sucked into the game, but no, that's not what happens. Cool idea, though. Maybe you'd like to make a Pac-Man game where a character gets sucked in. There we go. Now, it's really easy to miss some of these, like that, look. Because he's not as big in the maze as the real Pac-Man. And there's no power pills in the corners. So I don't know if these are power pills. Oh yeah, these are power pills. You notice I didn't bother going after the ghosts for the extra points. They're all clustered around there. Let's go down here. Oh, we're doing alright. I didn't get the satisfaction of the sound and the points coming up when I did that, which is a bit of a shame, but hey. There you go, I cleared it. Ta-da! There we are, there's a 3D version of Pac-Man. Talking about 3D versions of Pac-Man, we're getting on to Pac-Man World soon. But first, there was Ms. Pac-Man. Here is just a little animation. A little 8-bit animation for you. The cutscene at the beginning recreated by Mercathor81. There you go. And actually, it's quite interesting. There, if we go to Mercathor, they are really into old 8-bit games. And there's the cutscene, but here we have all of the sprites. So if you wanted to make your own little animation, here are the sprites for all of the ghosts. There's Pac-Man, the food and stuff, and some birds, and a clapperboard. So there we are, all ready and done for you. So you could make your own using this sprite board. Nice and handy. Right, Pac-Man World now. The 3D game from 1999. Now reimagined by Jawless Panther. As a sort of Dreamverse Dash game. So you get to collect all these yellow coin things, and you also get to collect cherries. Though there's no scoreboard at the top there, so whether or not it matters whether you get these or not, I don't know. Whether you get a better score or you're just doing it for the sake of it, I've no idea. Oh god, that was nearly a disaster. Right, okay, down we go. I think if there was a clock, visible clock, that would add to the tension. And well, I died. And maybe lives. So you really do have to be careful not to die. I'm gonna get that cherry, I'm determined. I got it, I died, but I got it. Right. Boom, 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 boom. Be nice if he had the sort of squeaky, squeak, squeak, squeak noise as he walks. That would be cool as well. There we go. We got all of them. Get in the right position to get these. Oh, difficult to get the ones near the bottom of these. I don't. Oh, I've fallen off now. No, can't get him. Can't get the ones near the fan. I think maybe you get one chance at it and then that's it. Yeah, so some sort of counter at the top would be cool. At least you know what you're... I'm assuming not go this way. Is that the exit? Yep, I've reached the exit. Yep, so no, there was no reason for collecting any of it. It just you just got to the end and that was it. So there we are. Now some people have reimagined Pac-Man as a different game entirely. So here we have Pac-Man Twin Stick Shooter by D-Twan. It's pre-alpha, it says. When was this made? This was made in April. So maybe they're still working on it. There is some awkwardness with the twin stick. So it's very easy to get yourself turned around, and now I've lost my cursor, so I don't really know how to turn around if I want to. But as it says it's alpha. Oh, I hit the sides. I got the coffin dance. So don't hit the sides. Not a problem in Pac-Man normally, hitting the sides, but not in this game. I'll just keep firing. There's no, it's like endless bullets. My god, they move fast. Right. Oh, see, that turned me around. I don't want that. Right. There we go. See, these ones are slow, so they're fine, but we get into this next room and they are swifty inky. Oh my god, and I can't turn around and they've all got me. So it's really hard. I will say. So it's a really hard version of a game. But be interested to see that develop if they haven't just abandoned it. It's hard to say. I mean, it is. Yeah, it's 5 months ago. I think they're done with that. Pac-Man Road Race by Black Cat Tracks. This was quite hard. Another finish the race, get to the exit game. It's quite fast, and there's lots of obstacles in your way. Try and beat the high scores, which are pretty small numbers, and I'm stuck already. I'm not going to get on the high score table. I don't think I've actually got to the end yet, because I haven't worked out what you're supposed to do here. So I've got across there, got across there, and I got in here, and now what? I'm trapped in here, so I have no idea how you're supposed to get past that bit. But I like the way they've used Dreamverse assets to make this race course, and this is pretty good. And I think this is a relatively simple game to make, so there's a possibility to make more courses with this style. It's really difficult though, but maybe I don't bother with that. There we go. Finish. Da di da di da.
I encourage you to try and fall free.
I seem to have landed on asteroid. Whether that's something I need to do, I don't know. There we go. Pac-Man Road Race by Black Cat Tracks. Here's a couple of scenes. We have Virtual by Kane669. This feature, I think this is Bubble Bobble music, and this is Link. I like him. I like him very much. I think he's cool. Right, let's go into the arcade. There we go. So, it's a really nice little arcade. See, there's Bubble Bobble. There's the dinosaurs from Bubble Bobble. Really nice Nintendo there. Game Boy. The artwork on the consoles and everything's really well done, and on the walls and everything. It's like an arcade museum. And here is Pac-Man. You can't play any of these, it's just a thing. I actually made that animation during early access. I saw a Pac-Man machine and it didn't have any animation on it, and I just quickly made one for it and actually painted up the machine to look actually like a Pac-Man machine, because it was just a bog standard Pac-Man machine, because there wasn't one in the Dreamverse, so I made one. Now of course there's hundreds. Is that PlayStation? What's that? Yep, and there's an Atari. Oh, it's cool in here. I think it's really nice. It's a museum of games gone by. Very nice. And here's another arcade of games gone by, but there's a mixture of different eras in here. But I love the carpet. They've done a great job with the carpet. Look at this fantastic carpet. So you've got what is that? Does it say? It's just some generic shoot the alien game. There's a tabletop one. You really need some chairs there. You don't stand for those, you sit down. There's a toy grabbing thing. The claw! Right. Space Invaders type thing. called Sporg. There's Pac-Man. Again, no animation on that one. The Pac-Man cabinet. And we've got Dance Revolution, or equivalent of, which is much later than Pac-Man. And air hockey. Some sort of, I don't know, a 2p penny push game, I think, but maybe. I like the way everything is flashing and all the machines and everything. I think it's really well done. They all look great. And look at all the goods, all the goodies, all the gifts you could have bought, all the wonderful with your tokens when you'd gathered tokens from things. Again, that's a very late thing. All the ideas of getting tokens out of arcade machines so you could buy tat. Anyway, here is a very nice lady who's here to sell you the tat and a bottle of wine. I don't remember arcades being full of wine, but there we are. And there's Tron. It's great. Very nice. So that's Pin SS3's arcade. So now we get into the weirdy-verse. You always have to go into the weirdy-verse for any homage thing. And for this we've got Pac-Man in 4K by Landroid 9000. If there was a Pac-Man movie, this would be the design. I sincerely hope not. That is scary stuff. What is that? I mean, it's got teeth, eyebrows. I mean, when did Pac-Man have eyebrows? It's terrifying. Into the weirdy-verse. And here we have Puck Lad by Gravitopia 64. Imagine seeing this in VR. Well, now you can. Put some VR thingy in here, make this VR, and then people don't have to imagine it. They can actually see it. There we go. Another reimagining of Pac-Man, this time with cat ears, huge teeth and spots. And arms and legs. Altogether not Pac-Man at all, really. Got Pac-Man in his eyes, though, which just adds to the creepiness. So there we are. That was Pac-Man reimagined in the Dreamiverse. Made in dreams. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if there's any games or things from popular culture you'd like me to make a video on, and I'll go search in the Dreamiverse to see what people have made. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in your dreams.